Goal setting is known as the key to success, both in our personal and professional lives. There is a dark side to this positive practice that is rarely discussed. I've seen how obsession with goal setting can actually hinder our progress and prevent us from being fulfilled. But before we dive into the dark side of goal setting, I want to acknowledge that this can be a difficult and emotional topic for many people. We always put too much pressure on ourselves to achieve our goals, and it can be hard to admit when things are not working out as we planned. I want you to know that you are not alone. We all struggle with the pressure to perform and the fear of failure. Let's take a moment to reflect on our own relationship with goal setting. Are we setting goals because we truly want to achieve them, or because we feel like we have to in order to be successful? Are we taking the time to enjoy the journey, or are we solely focused on the destination? By exploring these questions and more, we can begin to move towards a more balanced and fulfilling approach to our personal growth. Are you ready to join me on this journey? Let's discuss the dark side of goal setting and discover how we can cultivate a more meaningful and sustainable approach to our personal development. First and foremost, obsessive focus on goals always leads to tunnel vision. When we set our sights on a specific goal, we become so focused on achieving it that we lose focus on the bigger picture. This always leads to a single-minded pursuit of a particular goal, which may come at a cost of other important areas of our life, such as relationship, health, and personal growth. To avoid this, it is important to remember that goals are just one part of a larger life journey. While it is important to have something to strive for, it is also important to focus on other areas of our life, such as our relationship, health, and personal growth. We can do this by taking breaks and engaging in self-care activities to avoid burnout. Remember, success is not just about achieving a specific outcome, but about living a fulfilling and well-rounded life. Secondly, unrealistic goals always demotivate and discourage us. Setting unrealistic goals is a killer of productivity. We all know that, as it always leaves us feeling discouraged, overwhelmed, and even unmotivated. If the goal seems unachievable, we always feel like giving up totally, which can be a major blow to our self-esteem and overall sense of well-being. To avoid this, it is important to set goals that are challenging but achievable. One way to do this is to break larger goals into smaller, more manageable steps. Additionally, it is important to be honest with ourselves about our abilities and limitations, and to avoid comparing ourselves to others. Remember that progress is more important than perfection, and that setbacks and failures are all natural part of a learning curve. By setting realistic goals and focusing on the journey rather than the destination, we can increase our chances of success and maintain our motivation over the long term. Third, failure to achieve our goals can be damaging to our self-esteem. When we set goals and fail to achieve them, it is always a major blow to our self-esteem. If we tie our self-worth too closely to our achievement, we always feel like a failure when we don't achieve our goals. This can be so damaging if we set unrealistic goals, or if we are comparing ourselves to others. To avoid this, it is important to remember that our self-worth is not determined by our achievements or success. Rather, it comes from within and is based on our value as human beings. It is important to cultivate self-compassion and self-acceptance, and to focus on our strengths and positive qualities rather than our perceived shortcomings. By approaching our goals from our self-worth, we can approach them with a sense of curiosity and openness, and be more resilient in the face of setbacks and challenges. Remember, our worth as a person is not tied to our accomplishment, and you deserve to be loved and valued simply because of who you are. Additionally, goals always become a source of stress and anxiety. The pressure to achieve a specific goal always creates stress and anxiety, especially if we feel like our success or failure is tied to our worth as a person. This can lead to feelings of burnout and exhaustion, which can have a negative impact on our mental and physical health. To avoid this, it is important to set achievable goals that are aligned with our priorities. We should also break larger goals into smaller bits and celebrate our progress along the way. Additionally, it is important to practice self-care activities such as exercise, meditation, and spending time with our loved ones to manage stress and burnout. By approaching our goals with a sense of curiosity and openness rather than a rigid and perfectionist mindset, we can reduce stress and anxiety and enjoy the journey towards success. Also, focusing only on outcomes always leads to bad behaviors. When we are solely focused on achieving a specific outcome, we become willing to cut corners and engage in unacceptable behaviors to achieve our goals. This is so true, especially in competitive environments where the pressure to win or achieve a specific result is intense. In extreme cases, this always leads to cheating, dishonesty, and the other unethical behaviors. To avoid this, it is important to maintain a sense of integrity and high ethical standard, even when pursuing our goals. This means focusing on the process and taking steps to ensure that we achieve our goals in a way that is consistent with our values and principles. Additionally, it is important to remember that success is not about achieving a specific outcome, but about behaving in a way that is respectful to ourselves and others. By keeping our focus on what is truly important and maintaining our ethical standards, we can achieve our goals in a way that is fulfilling and satisfying and aligned with our values. This is where we wrap it up on today's video. Hope you learn one or two things, and if you do, share your views on the comment section, and also don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos like this. Till I come your way next time. Peace.